Today, we're going to dive into a single idea that could reframe literally everything: your job, your relationships, even how you see your biggest challenges. And it all kicks off with one simple but really powerful question. Seriously, just stop and think about this for a second. What if your life isn't a one-and-done deal that just ends? If it wasn't, how would that change the meaning of your daily grind or your best moments? That's the question we're starting with today. Now, to really get why that question is so huge, we first have to look at the path most of us are already on, kind of by default. Let's call it Path A, a story that, when you really boil it down, is all about loss. Look, this isn't some strange, out-there philosophy. It's basically the background noise of our modern world. It feels normal, right? Almost obvious. But the perspective we're exploring today says that this default setting, well, it casts a long, negative shadow over pretty much our entire experience. You see, this viewpoint frames your life in a very specific way. It treats your most precious qualities, your youth, your health, your time, as if they're finite assets, like money in a bank account. And from this angle, living is just the slow, unavoidable process of spending those assets until, they're all gone. There's this metaphor that just captures the feeling perfectly. It's like you're trying to carry water in a leaky bucket. Every single day you get older, every time you get sick, every mistake you make, it all just feels like another drop lost forever. In this version of the story, you can't actually win. You can only lose a little more slowly. And if life is just about losing everything you have until there's nothing left, well, then all the suffering and all the setbacks just feel pointless. The world can start to seem like a place of just meaningless struggle. But what if that's not the only story? What if there's another path entirely? And this is where we get to explore Path B, which builds a completely different reality. It's a powerful counterpunch to that default view, a total shift in the rules of the game. It's known as the eternal life perspective. At the very heart of this perspective is this Japanese phrase, ikitoshi no inochi. What it means is that our life, our actual core consciousness, isn't stuck inside this one body or the single lifetime. Instead, it's like an eternal stream, flowing from the past, through this moment right now, and into the future. This one idea is considered a life-changing treasure. This idea leads to a really startling statement. Humans do not die, even if they die. It forces you to make a distinction between your identity and your physical body, suggesting that while the body might perish, the soul, your consciousness, well, it doesn't. Okay, to make this a little easier to get, think of it this way. Your body is this incredible, high-performance vehicle that your soul gets to drive for a few decades. The journey itself is long, it's eternal, but this specific car, it's temporary. You're not the car. You're the driver on an absolutely epic road trip. So if we're not just here to run down the clock in our temporary vehicle, then what is the point of it all? Well, this new perspective has a really clear and compelling answer. Our life is a school for the soul. And right here, the contrast just becomes crystal clear. Path A is all about consuming things until they're gone. But Path B, it's a story of accumulation. The focus totally shifts from what you're losing physically to what you're gaining spiritually, things like experience, wisdom, and resilience. And those are the assets that can never be taken away from you. And if life really is a school, then your daily routine is your own personalized curriculum. It's not random. Every single thing that happens is part of a lesson plan, one that's uniquely designed for your soul's development. Let's break that down for a second. Your job? That becomes a course in professional experience. Your friendships are lessons in how relationships work. Your family is your education in love and connection. And even your failures get reframed. They're not losses, they're investments in your soul's portfolio, the very experiences that build your deepest wisdom. But this idea isn't just some abstract concept. It connects directly to us, right here, right now, smack in the middle of the 21st century. No, really, think about it. If your soul has been on this journey for, say, thousands of years, of all the eras it could have dropped into, ancient Rome, feudal Japan, the Renaissance, why this one? Why now? The curriculum of our time is totally unique. We get to experience jobs that were unimaginable even 50 years ago, like being a software engineer or a content creator. We live with a level of safety and convenience that's a total anomaly in human history. And we can connect with people from completely different cultures in an instant. And that leads to this really fascinating hypothesis. What if you being here isn't an accident? What if your soul deliberately chose to enroll in the 21st century course, specifically to learn from this unique period of rapid technological and social change? I mean, think about it this way: that screen you look at every single day. For a soul that has lived through millennia of history, it's got to be one of the most advanced textbooks it has ever seen. A portal to a universe of information unlike anything that has ever existed before. So, we've explored two very different paths, two ways of writing your life story. And this brings us to the final and maybe the most important question: who's actually in charge of writing the next scene? So, how do you actually apply this, like starting today? Well, the next time you face a difficult situation, at work, at home, anywhere, just pause and ask yourself this one simple question. Since this experience is going to be a permanent memory for my soul, what kind of memory do I want to create right now? Suddenly, the choice becomes incredibly clear. Let's say your boss makes some totally unreasonable demand. You have a choice. You can create a memory of reacting with anger and feeling like a victim, or you can create a memory of responding with calm, with wisdom, and with strength. You are directing that scene. And really, that is the ultimate choice. Whether your life is a story of loss or a story of growth, the pen is in your hand. The camera is rolling. You are the director of this incredible, epic story. So, what kind of film will you choose to make?